Hello everyone, myself Smitha from the team Pixel Perfectionists. So today I'm going to create password strength meter using HTML, CSS and little bit of JavaScript. For that I have already created a folder named password strength meter. You can create the folder of your own. Now I'm going to create HTML and CSS files in this. So I'm naming HTML as index.html. And I'm also creating the CSS file, naming it as style.css. So coming to HTML, we know entering shift +1 and enter will give the basic. Now I'm naming the document as password strength meter. Then in body section, I'm firstly giving the section attribute. Then I'm giving a division of login box. So here I have created a form and wrote a button of sign up. Then again created another division, named it as input box. Then I have gave input as email, and if you can see here it is required, that means it is necessary to the user to fill that place. Then I'm labeled it as email. So let us see with live server. So this is we got. Now let's, yeah, now going to the next part, I'm giving the, so if you can see here I have given some icon where we cannot see here, as I gave some icon named mail. So I have used this icon from ion icons, so you can go there and copy the script over there. So I have already done that. I'm copying it. So let me give that script over here, such that if you can see in the output, we immediately saw this icon after placing the script. Then I'm giving the next division. So in next division I have gave another input naming password, such that the user can enter the password. And here also I have given this required, so such that it is necessary for the user to fill that place. So I have given the same class for both these inputs as input box. So next, I'm also giving a checkbox here. If you can see, I'm sorry, this. Yeah, if you can see, after giving a division, I gave a class of remember. Then I labeled with input of checkbox, and the text I have gave as remember me. So we can just check in or check out. So that's how it works. And next, I have given this division such that I gave some info about the password, as it is the password strength meter. When the user is signing up, the user can set the password such that his password should contain at least of one symbol and minimum of 10 characters. So by seeing this information, the user can set the password easily. For that I have given a division of class info and gave the required information. Next, so here I have given ID of password strength meter. I have given strength bar and as one division and strength text as one division. So we cannot see any changes in the output for these two iris, we are going to use JavaScript for the implementation of it, as the strength bar and strength text depend upon the password entered by a user. So we are going to use little bit of JavaScript for that. Going further, so here we are going to create a submit button. After creating right entering email and password, the user can sign up, and if you already have the account, he can also log in. So for that, I gave submit sign up button, and in another division I gave some para like already have an account and as login. Then, so this is the HTML part. Now we'll get into the JavaScript part. So for that I have written attribute script. So firstly I gave the I call these functions. Yeah, I call the password and strength bar, strength tech, icon and toggle password. If you can see near password, where it is here. In the line 22, I have given a toggle password, one click toggle password visibility. That means we get an eye icon, and when we toggle on it, we can see the password or we can hide the password. So I call this function, and as I told, strength bar and strength text will be implemented on the typing of password by the user. So we call those two elements here. Next, so this part says that we are calling function and like toggle visibility. As I told, when you click on the icon, we can see the password or we can also hide the password. So I'm calling these functions for the visibility of password and updating the password. Next part of the code is here. So this part of the code says that when it is the part where calculation of the password is done. So when the user enters the password, these part of the JavaScript function will calculate the strength of the password, and it gives output. Now let me show the other part. Yeah, this is the main part where the strength of the password is calculated. So this part of JavaScript says that when if a user gives the 0 to 9, any digit between 0 to 9, then his score will be equal to 10. And when the user will give any symbol, then also his score will be 10. Else, like as I mentioned, the password should contain at least of one symbol. So else if he could not mention any symbol, then his score will automatically will be 0. That means his the password is not strong. So he must have to give a symbol. For that I have used else condition. Then if his he uses any alphabet from A to Z, then his score increases from 10, again written score. So this process continues, and he can keep the password until his password is strong. So it can be known by the password strength meter, as we gave the strength bar over in the HTML. Next part is the final part, where we get the strength text. As I told, we use it can be implemented by JavaScript. So if the strength is greater than or equals to 70, the strength text will show or display as strong. Else if the strength is greater than or equals to 40, it shows as medium. Else if if less than 40 or below 40, it shows the password is weak. So this is the HTML and JavaScript code. So this is the output we got alternatively. So now let us style this using style.css. For that, before we have to sorry link. So another tip is that if you want to link any file in that folder, by pressing dot slash, you'll get the files in that folder such that you can link any file without any confusion. So I'm linking this CSS sheet. So I'm giving, sorry. So firstly, I have imported a Google Fonts from googleapis.com. So if you can see, my font of the text is changed by importing this. And next, this is an universal selector. So the what we can say, margin or padding or box sizing, so everything inside it will be changed universal. That means in the whole body. So I have gave as margin 0 and padding 0. And font family I have gave poppins. So to import this font family, I have used this googleapis.com URL. Next, so the section part, I have used this display as flex and justify content as center. That means the elements are settled in the center and in the horizontally, and align items centered in vertically. So width, I have give 100%. So I have already downloaded the image. If you want, I will ping it the description box. So I have gave this background. I'll show you now. So I have gave some animation effects, so which we cannot see here. We'll see later. So I have given background as no repeat and background size cover. So if you can see, this is the background image I have used. So let us see some magic over here now. So here goes the magic. Yeah. So keyframes is a property to use to make a image or something into animated form. So I have used this filter, that is hue rotate into 360 degrees, which gives an amazing animation effect. If you can see here, see, a normal background image is turned like in an animated form, like all the colors are it is like in the rotating manner. So it gives some good UI to the user. So this is it's not only a password strength meter. I want to immediately change the document name as animated password strength meter. So coming back here, next I'm giving styling to the login box. That means this, if you can see, it has already changed. So I have given the width and height accordingly, and I have set background as transparent. If you can see, the background is transparent, and this is backdrop filter. I have blurred this with 15 pixel such that my content inside it does not get disturbed with the background, and everything like justify and align items into center. And border, I gave like 2 pixels solid some with some RGBA. Next, So this is the input box label. I have given the text and all over in index HTML. If you can see, this is the label like email or password. So the text I have transformed in y-axis. That means when we can press over email or password, it transforms in the y-axis of 50 by 50%, and color everything I have given. Next, input box input. That means I have changed the, like placeholders inputs we have given, right? Like enter email, enter password. So I have set the width and height and background is transparent, and I have gave border. So these are based on our requirements, so they're not necessary actually for the styling, and as you wish, you can modify as per your requirements. Next, so as I told, I imported these icons. So I have given this line height and font size of the icon. If you can see, icons from here to here moved right side because I gave the right is 8 pixel. So it is not fixed. I have changed this right according to the size of the login box. Next, so there is a check in or check out box here, some remember me. So I have given some margin right such that it can move somewhat right side, and I have gave the font size and color, so nothing much in that. Next, after, remember, I have gave the info, the font size and everything. So this is the font size, like as we have given the info that user can see and set the password accordingly. So I have gave the color and font size or everything. Next, so this is the strength bar. As I told, we use JavaScript for that. So this, the bar which you are seeing is the strength bar. Will be changing colors accordingly when the user sets the password. So width I have given as 100%, 100%. Then height as 100 pixel. Background color I gave is white, and margin top. So accordingly everything again. Nothing important. After strength bar, I'm giving the strength text such that when the password is setting, so when it is weak, it displays as weak. When it is strong, it displays as strong. When it is medium, it also displays as medium. So for that, I have gave this font color and background color. So everything when it is gonna displaying. Next, so this part is when the strength bar, so when the strength bar is weak, it shows the color red. When the strength bar is medium, it shows orange. When the strength bar is strong, it shows green. So for that, I have styled these. Next, I have created a hovering effect for the button and some width and background color, everything. So I have also styled the button. I have gave this hovering effect, transition and box shadow, and as you can see, I have used transform property such that it is transforming in the y-axis by 2 pixels. Then this is for the register link. So as we gave some, like already have an account login, so I have gave this, and for login I have gave text decoration underline, some hovering effect, and for that color. And so same thing I have style. And so as of now, if you can see, there is some little messy over here. So like email and password got are in the same place. So you are going to see again little bit of magic now. So here I'm going to paste input box code. If you can see, there is a neat and clean um, UI came now. So I have given the width and margin and border bottom, like I want to get a line over here. So for that I have given input box as position relative, such that I'll get these beautiful one. And when I press on email, or when I press on password, you can see a nice hovering effect, like it is moving like that, as I have gave it below. So then coming down, so I want to make this website into responsive. For that I've used a little bit of media query, such that the website is responsive. Now you can see this is the full length. So, so even though when the width is reduced, there is no change in alignment or no disturbance. It is neatly aligned. So I have given this media width and input box width such that it changes with the screen size accordingly. So everything is okay now. Let us check the output. Before that, I want to animate this heading also. So for that, I have given the styling for H2 such that it's aligned in the center, and I have increased the font size, and I have gave the animation. So now you can again you're going to see the magic. So again I have used the keyframes. If you can see, it is nicely animating up and down. So for that I have used the keyframes wave animation. So this means at 0 degrees it is transformed in the y-axis, 0 pixel. That means there is no transformation. At 100% also there is no transformation. So at 50% of its time it translates in the y-axis with 10 pixel. That means it is, if you can see, there is some translation in the y-axis of 10 pixel. So this is the text shadow. That means if you can see below, there is some text shadow. So this 10 pixel is in the x-axis, and 20 pixel is in the y-axis, and 10 pixel is the blur size. So let me give some clear overview here. So when it changed from 10 pixel of blur to 0 pixel, if you can see, there is no blur, like clearly the shadow is very clear. So it is not that effective. So I have used 10 pixel of blur such that it could look. Then like email password. So this is our whole project. Now let us check the password strength. So here is the email ID. So when you hover on it, as we gave required, so it shows like please fill out this field. So I'm giving some as it necessary. Then I'm giving some password. So such that if we observe, there is some progress in the strength bar. So here is I toggle. As I told, we use some JavaScript for this, and when I toggle, there is something. So the password should contain minimum of one symbol. So when I press a symbol, so there is some progress in the password strength meter. So there should be minimum of 10 digits. So anything entering and some hashtag. So that's it. So this is the password strength meter, and it's absolutely working. And we have used the keyframes. We have learned about keyframes. So thank you.